We have a report that over 35 million Nigerians are likely to suffer from an extreme of hunger, and most of them will be residents in the northern part of the country.
I would like you to take us through what your ministry do. Over 60%, yes.
Well,
what is your ministry doing to provide solution or take people out of this?
If you even look at Nigerian data, the 2022 multidimensional poverty index report has shown that averagely 63% of Nigerians, 63.3% of Nigerians are living in poverty, which is multidimensional in nature. And the purpose of the study is to show that the dimension of poverty is not only monetary in nature. It's not only when you don't have money that you are poor. One can have money but still be poor. It will still be poor if you look at the other dimension. Now, what our ministry is doing is to serve as a shock absorber to see how we can provide a strong buffer that will be able to address those challenges I have enumerated earlier. In doing that, we have tried to look at to give it a holistic approach. We have an emergency intervention, which we call as a conditional cash transfer, that is aimed to reach out to people who are vulnerable and poor in this, and also those who are internally displaced persons with a lot of support. In fact, the initial concept of the president is to reach 10 million Nigerians, but because of the wisdom of the president and many other things, the goal was extended to reach out to 15 million households. When we are saying that 10 million or 15, we are talking about a household that contains at least 5 people. And when you times that, you are targeting to reach over 75 million Nigerians with support. And this support is given to them in 3 tranches of 25,000 naira each, in 3 tranches. And a lot of them have so far received at least 1 tranches. And so far we have reached over more than 9 million Nigerian households with that support of the president. We have a report that over 35 million Nigerians are likely to suffer from an extreme of hunger, and most of them will be residents in the northern part of the country. And also, there is a withdrawal of fund support to development partners, most especially by U.S. government. And really that's affected a lot of engagement within the country, most especially the World Food Program, which has an emergency, one of its major priorities in Nigeria is the emergency cash and food transfer to Nigerians, and they were supporting almost 1.3 million Nigerians, which they have notified us that they have withdrawn that services. Along that line, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, granted an approval for the ministry to go into procurement of food and food-related items, such as food-related items, highly nutritional food for the children suffering with severe acute malnutrition, who are also affected by the cut of funding. And we have already flagged up distribution in Borno State. I was in Sokoto and Kebbi. The minister was also will soon be going to Benue State and Plateau, and I will also be going to Yobe State any moment from now. And then we have already flagged up that of Katsina using the Federal Commissioner of the National Commission for Refugee, Migrant and Internally Displaced Persons, who is also going to Zamfara State for that. So all the states will be covered, and this is just our decision. Apart from that, also we have a multilateral approach between the ministry, interministerial arrangement between our ministry, Federal Ministry of Agriculture, and NALDA, and National Commission for Internally Displaced Persons, Migrant, and National Commission for Refugee, Migrant and Internally Displaced Persons, to develop a doable solution for internally displaced persons through organizing them into cooperative and getting them to also be involved in agricultural practice in support of the host community. Let me also say that when we came here to this ministry, our major challenges is to see how can we meet up with the with credibility problems that the ministry suffers over years. And a lot of people have the view the ministry is just a cash and carry place, and then that's all. But we are changing the narrative. And how do we do that? Is to ensure that whatever we do is going to be something that can easily be traced, can easily be tracked, and can easily be verified. You understand? And that is why the president says that anybody who is to benefit from social investment of a program of our ministry must have a digital identity. And it means that each and every beneficiary must be known with his NIN, the national identification number, and he must also have his BBN, that's a bank verification number, in addition to the phone number. And initially, those following the development of National Social Register, this national identity was missing. So the first thing we do is ensure that there is updating of that national social that through NIN enrollment, so that everybody will have. As of today, nobody will receive any conditional cash transfer from this ministry without having his NIN. So it means that if we say we have given cash transfer to so number of people, you can trust them using their NIN, you can trust them using their bank verification number, and you can also trust them through calling them to verify from them because you have their telephone number. I quite agree with you, and that's why I mentioned earlier that that whatever we have, even the National Social Registrar, is not supposed to be a permanent destination. And I told you what we are doing is initially, we have not just stopped at welfare. We are developing a durable solution. And this durable solution is the one that we give one to live with dignity in life, to be able to sustain himself, contribute to his own welfare, and then protect that of his children, and be able to contribute to the gross domestic product of Nigeria. Even the internally displaced people, we have not left them behind because we have that durable as solution in agriculture, so that we can train them to farm and then do this. And also by giving them their own area, city that they can stay there, it means that we are winning them out of our decision because we are providing all that is needed for them to engage in lawful business within their own vicinity and to be able to also interact with host community to promote their decision in terms of agricultural practice, education, and many what have you. But even the latest data issued by the National Bureau for Public Statistics, it shows that inflation has dropped by 15%. You understand? It has dropped by 15%. But what you may say that a lot of people are complaining maybe cash in circulations. And government is doing a lot to ensure that more people have work to do so that they can earn more cash and then improve their purchasing power. And what is also the other change? Look at the Naira today. Last 5, 6 months or 8 months, Naira to dollar is almost 1,600 or 1,500 to a dollar. And now it's what? Almost 1,330 to a dollar. So you can see a lot of things are stabilizing. Macroeconomy is getting built up on this. Yes, this is what I told you. That's why I say we have developed accountability framework. I mentioned one of it is ensure that we are using the digital identity so that whoever receives money can be traced and is actually the actual beneficiary. That's one. And that has stopped duplication and just using any estimate you want to give as a figure that you have given so far. And we have also opened the ministry to do a collaboration and working together with civil society group who should now serve as third eye in checking us and this. And then we also respond to a lot of this. And then we also have revolutionized and standardized our procurement processes to ensure that it is done in the best standard and practice that is accepted nationally. And the other issue also, we ensure that whatever we are doing, we are accountable and transparent. Yes, you see, the ultimate poverty requires holistic approach. And I told you, it's not only whole responsibility of Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. And that's why if you look at the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which came with the renewed hope, there is no renewed hope education, there is health, agriculture, and many actual areas. So by the time those matured and then collaboratively work together, then you find that the issue of poverty will be markedly, the indices will be much better. poverty reduction requires holistic approach. We develop policy. We also develop quality assurance. We supervise, and we make sure that things are holistically done. And in doing that, that's why we had the first National Council on Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction that was held last month in Calabar, Cross River State, so that everybody will be carried along. We'll have one common goal in terms of eradicating poverty and humanitarian intervention.